Hello everyone, welcome to Bargain Gaming, where we can play excellent games without busting our wallets. This is episode 149 of Final Fantasy II, and in this episode, let's see if I can repeat the process where I was able to get the Gendarme. And the Gendarme has this items. We picked up 3 already, I believe we picked up 3. See, the Gendarme has an evade of 90, magic evade of 90 for bash, and an evade of 100. Relative to what he was carrying before was a demon shield. And so if we compare that to the Gendarme, it is nowhere close. Like the evade will go up from 56 to 100, and magic evade will go up to 90. Aside from that, it absorbs fire, lightning, all the elements in the game. So this is a massive shield. So the Gendarme is something I would get anyway. So the whole thing, when I tried to record the previous episode, and what happened was that the process of quitting out of the application using the PS4 button shuts down the recording automatically. So that's why that thing wasn't saved. So the process is to get, in this case, I'm using Van, and Van is currently unarmed, no weapon, offhand, no shield, and he has equipped on the diamond armlet. The Gendarme is a unique item available only on the Zodiac Age, and so is the diamond armlet. So both of them are necessary because the diamond armlet allows us a greater chance to pick a higher tiered item. So without the diamond armlet, it's kind of hard to get the Gendarme. So we have to include the diamond armlet on. And what we need to do, so now Van is unarmed, right? So he has to hit himself. What happens is that you press X, and we have the attack button, and since there's no available target to hit himself, we press the right shoulder button, and once it's pointing to Van, you press X and he will hit himself. So once we have done that, the game would record that we were attacked, we suffered 0 damage, and it wasn't blocked by a shield. So those things determine the RNG. RNG is the acronym for random number generator. So when it has that RNG, when it reads that RNG, it sets a random number generator, and that RNG determines the kind of loot drops the chest will produce. So we hit ourselves doing that. What I've done that already is hit ourselves, hit Van or like that once. It was registered 0 damage, and then go to the blue crystal. I went to blue crystal and saved the game into our save file. As soon as you save, after you save the save file, press the PS4 button, and so you will get out of the game, and then once you're out of the game, you're in the desktop of PS4. Press the options button and go to the close application, and then the game will be shut down, and then load the game again. This process, so when you load the game again, and then it will ask you to what save file do you want to load. Make sure you load the save file you last saved on, where we hit ourselves and then we saved it. So load that specific game, because that will establish the RNG for the new game that we are currently loading. So when we start the new application, it has wiped out all the previous RNGs that was established by our previous actions. So that will be a clean file. So when we load the last save file that we did before closing the application from the PS4 desktop, we now have a new RNG, and that would be setting what kind of loot drop tables will be made available for us in this particular case for the Ultima chest. And the Ultima chest is there are many routes out of here. The Ultima chest is right directly behind us. When we say after the game has loaded, it will show this configuration, and behind us is the Ultima chest, or the place where we fought Ultima. There are multiple exits here, and those are the wrong exits. Any wrong exits you go into, you will encounter mobs. Only the Ultima stage will be clear because we just killed Ultima. And so right now we're going up here to check if there is a new spawn on the chest, or on the stage. This up and down, or going back and forth, is we're trying to get the game to spawn a random chest, which will determine the kind of loot we will pick, because we have already preset the RNG by hitting ourselves. So back and forth. This is the long part. I have done this, and it has taken me, I think the fastest was about 23 times back and forth. So maybe, oh, no. Oh, the other thing is remove all the party members. We cannot remove Redus because he is a guest, so that's it. It has continued to work for me. So I still see no chest. So this back and forth is to spawn that chest. And the RNG that we have set will determine the kind of loot we should be getting. Okay, this is what, the 6th time? Wow. 7th, that's 8. It's 9. Oop, there's a chest. And so again, we now need to hit, Van needs to hit himself 10 times. So press X, attack, R1, press X, 1,
yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5,
yeah,
6, 7, 8,
yeah,
9, 10. Okay, then we can pick up, we go to the treasure chest and we'll pick up a meteorite. Okay, close it, and then let's go back out. Let us get out of here and then come back. There should be another chest. Yes, there's another chest. And let's approach the chest and let's loot it. Gendarme! We got our 4th Gendarme. So let us go check it out. We should have on the equip column, if we equip Gendarme, yes, we now have 4 Gendarmes, and we have equipped one on Balthier, and one on Bash, and then one on Von. And I'm showing that here that this is we can do this as many times as we want to. So right now I have done that 4 times, so this is repeatable as long as we want it to. And I don't see any reason for doing any more of it. We got 4 already. We have 1 extra. We have only 3 people who can carry it. Fran, their classes preclude them from using it. So I will save this. So now we have 4. So that's why I saved this on the Sochen K. Yeah, this great crystal. So fighting Ultima was very exciting, and this loot is really worth the whole fight in Ultima. So again, the key would be to try to determine the RNG for the game. And we determine that by getting rid of, by making sure that this character, in this case Vaughn, suffered 0 damage after being attacked, didn't use a shield to block it. That's why he has no weapons. He has no weapons. His offhand, he doesn't have shield to block it, and he was equipped with a diamond armlet. Had we used somebody like Ash or any monk type, we would have killed ourselves, because like monk can fight unarmed. Good thing we had Van is a knight, is a time mage, and a bushi, so they need a weapon to be able to do damage. So in this case, we have that established. So the game developers have a certain criteria to determine the random number generator, and so somebody discovered this, and this is very interesting that people actually go through this, and that established by saving that course of action or that RNG, and then pressing PS4 and getting back to the desktop and pressing options to shut down the application, which is the game. We have cleared the table of all previous RNGs. So when we reloaded the game again and used the save game as the file to start the game with, we have in effect determined the kind of RNG for the next loot drop, and in this case, this is for the Gendarme loot drop. So I hope you guys were able to benefit from this. I thank everybody on the internet that was on the net that have determined this or have found out how this works. And some people are very clear on their explanation, some people are not. Again, the very important thing is when we press X, no, not here, not close to the. When we press X and then choose the attack, and then use R1, and then attack ourselves, press X again. So we have attacked ourselves. That sets the RNG. Now we go save the game. Yes, so that will, and then we save it back to the Sachin. The Great Crystal Trial, yeah, this one. Okay, that will save that game. So that's the game, and then from here, ideally we should press the PS4 button, and that was drop us to the PS4 desktop, and then press options button, choose close application, and that will close down the game, and then load it. But if I do it now, it will shut this recording and it will not be saved. So I hope you guys were able to do that, and then from there, that's where the start of this episode is. That's where we started after reloading the game and reloading the application and loading the save game. So some words on the Ultima fight. The Ultima fight primarily was Ultima does a tremendous amount of damage on based on his holy, and doesn't do any physical damage. So our strategy was to have everybody bubble up. I think was the correct strategy, so we can take a massive amount of damage and still survive. What I was slow on was removing the gambits on everyone in terms of healing. All of them should have all their X potions, Kurajas, all of them should have been taken out. And then we'll just wait, because Ultima just cares about Holy Ja, which does tremendous amount of damage, and then slaps on reverse, and then slaps on renew. So in effect, we're being sapped. right? In effect, we're being sapped because renew, the heal, constantly kills us, rather draws away our life points. But since we are all bubbled up, we should not have been worried about it. And without the X potions and Kurajas, we would have been, we would just allow ourselves, our characters, to die, because we have all we care about is Penelo and Ash, especially Penelo, because she has that arise ability, which revives and fully restores HP of one KO'd ally. And with both Penelo, especially Penelo, at that time I had her equipped with a white mask, and white mask ensures that she will survive Holy Jah because it absorbs white. So with a bubble on, and then Holy Jah, and then white mask, she will definitely survive. In fact, she did not suffer any big damage. She did suffer a small person. She never died in that encounter, and the only reason, she never died in that encounter. And despite the slow drain of a renew and reverse and renew, she was able to survive the whole process until the spell wore off, and then she can heal herself. And the only reason Ash died was because we had the X potions up, and that's why all three of them, Vaughn, Ash, and Redus, suffered massive damage from Holy. Penelo did not. And so all of these three guys were hurling X potions at everyone except Penelo, and so of course they died. And the other thing is that I had equipped both Ash and Penelo with Golden Skull Cap because they increased magic resistance, and both of them are wearing Mystic armor. See, both of them are wearing Mystic armor and Mystic helm, and so that also increased the amount of damage they actually took. And sometimes, I think in the second Holy Jah and maybe in the third Holy Jah, only Redus and Van were affected by the reverse. Penelo and Ash did not suffer any reverse damage, or the reverse did not stick on them, and so they can be healed anytime. I just noticed that after going back and reviewing the fight, and so I just knew Holy Jah was Holy Terror, but I was not reacting fast enough, and I was really very panicky already, because the way like Van and Redus and Ash like literally died right after the casting of the Holy Jah, I thought, wow, what is this? It was actually our own actions that killed us off. So later on, only Van and Redus was affected by reverse. Penelo and Ash were able to survive it more. So they had very high magic resist because of the Mystic armor and headgear they were wearing. At the same time, we had reflect on everybody, and so that was very good. That turned out to be a very good strategy. And then we had like the opal ring on, so we can cast past the reflect. We can cast spells past reflect buffs, and so it turned out, that's why we did not wipe out. So it turned out to be a good fight, and I'm very happy with that fight in the end. Okay, anyway, so I guess that is enough self-congratulations. Let's bring our party back together again. So it's better, I think it will work better if there's only Vaughn and Redus in this. If Redus is not a guest, maybe he's not considered because he's a guest. But if there are other party members, it's better just to be sure. I don't know, because I had a one attempt with both Penelo and Ash in the game, and it gave me the meteorite. But when I came back for the Gendarme, I got a Gil instead. And then but after I removed them and I went through the whole process again, after the meteorite, the Gendarme did appear. So I think it is better if Van is the only member of the party in the game. Anyway, he's the only guy that we need to hit ourselves with anyway. So bringing Penelo and Ash along, well, for what? No, there was no reason for them. Anyway, okay, so I guess that covers Gendarme and some strategy as to how to fight Ultima. Again, high magic resistance, reflect on them, bubble so that we can last through a lot of the reverse renew combination. She doesn't do much, she barely does any physical damage. I saw her doing like 150, 100 something. Wow, this like, we're all at 9999, so we, like 150 is barely a scratch on us. So we ourselves caused, in my own panic, I did not take out all the X potions, high potions, and Kuragas. That killed us. So knowing better, if in the next fight, even Ash should not have fallen. But I didn't know how to fight Ultima then, so at least I learned something, and I hope I can pass on something to you guys. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you will join me in the next episode. Bye!